Check 1, 2.
Well, hello there, boyfriend. How are you this fine day?
I'm really good.
Is it working?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's not touch shit.
I'm afraid to ask, but I have a great question.
I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm so disturbed right now.
Mm-hmm.
For that.
So, my eye's okay.
Well, it's getting there. We have to have patience. It's not going to happen overnight.
You know what I thought was weird that I wanted to ask you about?
What?
I posted a picture. I like to sometimes post unflattering pictures of myself because I feel like the world is always super flattering pictures. And I posted a picture of me with my eye all messed up. And honestly, in the post, I didn't say that I went to the doctor. And then I immediately got, you should go to the doctor, you should go to the doctor. So I updated it.
I saw that.
It's only for a few minutes.
Yes.
Did it say it? But then, like, most people saw it.
I commented, you need a doctor for that?
So I said I went to the doctor. I got the appropriate medication.
Yeah.
Acetonide and Gutfeld. And I wonder if you're into this a lot, but I got so much medical advice. Let me back up. Before the post, a person in a career that is not, I would say it's not medical, but I could say like, oh, maybe she knows because of aesthetic things. Maybe I'm trying to reach. But she told me, you 100% absolutely have a sty and you need to cold compress. Right?
No.
And the other person, her friend, was like 100%. Then I got another call from someone that I feel like I trust more. He said probably a sty but regardless, hot compress. Right?
Well, I have thoughts.
Okay, can I give you one more?
Yes,
then
I'm
we'll hear your
reading it
thoughts.
in.
Then I get home, and the front desk guy goes, you need to apply a tea bag. And now this guy's liked me for a long time.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I go, listen. He goes, I didn't even notice there's something wrong with your eye.
I've been waiting to ask you that for years.
Yeah, he goes, I'm recommending a tea bag regardless of your condition.
I've got one right here.
I'll even do it when your eye heals up.
For free. Ew.
So, but I thought it was interesting. And then a lot of people said, you have pink eye 100%.
Well, maybe those are like mind readers or seeing future people. Because if you got teabagged, you would get pink eye.
Seeing future people.
No, I couldn't.
Do you think it's weird though that
I couldn't think of
that I went to the doctor?
I
But
got
all these
distracted about the
people,
tea bag. I had a visual of.
So the tea bag was a joke, but it was not a joke.
I got you. I
got three
I don't
people-
have a bag of tea in my pictured
Erika?
brain. What?
No joke. 3 people said, do a tea bag. An actual, right, not a dirty joke. They said, use a tea bag. And then the next day followed up like, did the tea bag work? Like, these are people that actually think, I went to the doctor, but I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to go, oh my God. I call you up. Oh, you're wrong. Michelle 35, soccer mom 35 says I need to use a cold compress. Why do you think it is that everyone is so certain?
Because everyone's a doctor these days.
But I wouldn't be certain.
Do you know how many people call themselves doctors and they're not doctors? They misuse the nomenclature in their favor and sway people to believe whatever they say when they haven't even been properly trained.
Or you mean random people?
All different fields. Doctors of chiropractics, doctors of physical therapy, doctors of... there's a lot. And what bothers me
Doctor
is...
Who had no formal training?
No, I just mean like, okay.
Do you even know who that is?
No.
Damn it, you're so young.
If you're going to say that you're something, you have to back it up or else it can be very dangerous if you misdiagnose stuff.
Sure.
Well, now, social media, everyone just goes to Dr. Google, and there are so many things where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, please don't listen to my medical advice in my 12 years. Just follow Dr. Google. We have it on mugs. We have it on shirts. Patients will come in and be like, I had a patient just look at me and go, you're wrong. And I was like, what?
You know what's weird?
And he goes, I read it online. It's this. And I go, well, where did you read it? Some random cooking blog that at the bottom they were like, but I had this on my foot and then you probably have it too. It's so freaking dangerous.
Do you know what's
it drives me crazy. Half of my time spent with patients is telling them, no, you're wrong. Not because I want to be right, because I don't want them to die or take the wrong. Of course I'm right. I spent 12 years to be right.
Do you want to hear something?
You know how many people don't go into the accountants and say, you have no idea about numbers. You are an idiot.
I'm going to tell you something you're not going to believe me. And I may have said this to you.
To that level, though. Like, I know more than you. People do it all the time to me.
Well, what I find even more bizarre is when we first started talking about this, these people that are commenting on Instagram are not even WebMDing it. These are people going, I know what that is. Like, this is not someone even checking the internet. This is someone going, that's what it is. That I feel like is even crazier.
I just feel like you're in very dangerous territory when you tell somebody, you've got this. They're so freaking convinced. And then you're like, oh, should I listen to them? And then the advice is wrong. So one person told you the wrong diagnosis with one correct treatment. The other person told you the wrong diagnosis and the wrong treatment.
Yeah.
The third person was dead wrong.
What did they say?
The conjunctivitis.
Oh, yeah.
Pink eye.
Yeah. And
but like, what bothers me, you know who got it right?
Who?
Kat.
What did Kat say?
She called it blepharitis on
the
national
air.
television. And she didn't tell you what to do afterwards.
Yeah, that was incredible.
She's smart. I like that she actually knew her shit, though. But
she's really smart.
Oh, no, I didn't mean like that. I meant like not just politically, like on the show. But like if she knows medical stuff, cool. But she's not going on places and being like, I'm a doctor, follow all of my advice.
She casually in the background when the camera was not even on her said the only person that had it accurate. Diagnosed it accurately.
I would say if someone online wants to be like, you have a sty, I'd be like, what's the difference between a hordeolum and a chalazion? You don't know? Shut up.
What is it, 3 inches?
I
don't know. It just sounded like words for... Someone just said something mean about me online. But we're going to wait, right? We're going to wait till the insult episode.
Oh, I'm so excited for that one.
Do you want to know what this guy said?
No, but like... I'm so excited for that one. Like, I love watching when celebrities read mean tweets and have a good attitude about it. But some of them are like real mean. Like, I want to kill your dog. Like, please, if you're listening, don't try to be like mean to us.
Unless I'd recently said some things that my dog had done to me that were not very nice. No. And that guy's he's coming to my aid and saying I'm going to kill your dog. Only excuse, please continue.
I was just going to say both of us have, I would say, a decent sense of humor. So if you want to come at us with something funny, that's one thing. But don't come at us like super mean.
Can I tease one?
But I am excited for like us to read mean tweets, mean Instagram, mean DMs.
Yeah, there's so many. You want to hear what the guy said just now? Because I feel like if we don't say one, it's too much of a tease.
What? I've not heard this, by the way. What?
It pissed me off, right? I was in your kitchen. I go, God, these people are so stupid.
I asked you what was wrong with you. I came home and I'm like, what happened?
So, you know how some people don't understand the internet, and like, there's a lot of people that think if you reply to a story on Instagram, it's going to everyone. Like, someone will reply to a story and the message is only going to me, and it'll be like, he's so funny, guys, go see him. Like, that's me. I'm going to be there.
Well, at least they're being nice to you, and they're trying to give you like a shout out. Like, come on, everybody.
So this guy, I believe, wanted everyone to hear it. But he didn't realize that it only went to me. And it was a video, a self-deprecating video, where I posted a thing where someone left this message on SpeakPipe and said like, should all losers date doctors? Whatever, some silly joke or something. And he wrote the comment, which I get all the time. It said Jamie outkicked his coverage, which you had not heard that phrase until we started doing this podcast. And he goes, Jamie outkicked his coverage. I'm like, that's like your go-to joke, whatever. And then he wrote, this is where it gets complicated. As far as like, do I take things personally? Are people joking? Then he wrote something along the lines of, humor trumps looks, good for you.
Oh,
that's fucking rude, right?
No.
I think it is. I think it's saying you're not good looking.
That I'm not good looking?
No, obviously you're good. He's saying humor trumps looks, like you like me, not because of the way I look, but because I can make you laugh. You don't find that offensive? That's not saying...
Oh, I took it the wrong way. I thought he was saying, because you outkicked your coverage, saying that I looked good and you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're funnier than me, so like you...
No, it's all about me. The whole comment is only about me. You outkicked your coverage. You're better than me, better looking than me. And then humor can beat looks, meaning like you would be with a better looking guy, but I'm so funny.
Oh.
That's what you like about me.
Okay, so like I don't don't think that one was that mean.
You don't?
No.
I don't think it's saying you're ugly. That's not the same as saying...
They didn't say you're ugly.
I think that's what it's saying. You're not good looking compared to you.
We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Where people are going to go for the obvious, easiest, lowest hanging fruit. The lowest tea bag that they can pluck. That was a cute little chortle.
Really?
So it doesn't faze me.
I'd like to prove... Well, yeah, it doesn't...
If there was one that was like...
Why would it faze you? The guy's being mean to me, telling you you're beautiful. Oh, I'm glad that one doesn't hurt your feelings, Erika. The one where...
I get very protective over you. Nice try.
No, you're absolutely right.
I get very upset when people are mean to you.
You're very protective. You're the one that puts the condom on. Me. You're right. You always have my back.
I was waiting for like one that was like real bad. We've gotten some meaner ones.
Oh, yeah. I have one that was about my children that I won't even repeat.
That's messed up. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, come at us, make it funny. That's fine. Like, we make fun of stuff. I'm cool with that. We have to be able to go both ways. But when they go for like, like your life, your kids, your actual like character, that's messed up.
I have to say this one only because who knows how much time will be in between this one and our hateful insult episode.
Ooh, I seriously can't wait.
So
I might have a glass of wine with that one though.
Do it. So my mom, I was at the Seattle airport and my mom texted me and she said, just landed in Seattle. I was like, what? And I had no idea.
That was a really cute video that you did, by the way.
Yeah, so I go, I'm going to surprise, and I videotaped myself saying I'm going to surprise her. And my goal was to get a selfie with her, and she doesn't know I took the selfie. I couldn't believe it. I got one. I'm next to her. I take a selfie. Then I text it to her, and I'm watching her look at the picture of me sitting next to her in Seattle, where she doesn't know I am. She thinks I'm in New York. So excited about this. She looks at the picture. It's perfect. And I go, hey, what's that picture? She goes, I can't believe you're here.
And her face, she was so happy.
She was so happy.
Cute.
It was
a very good son move.
It was cute, right?
So you think the whole internet would be like, wow, you're such a great guy.
Nothing negative to say about that, I would think. Nothing. So I had actually flown her for her birthday. Mm-hmm. I got her a plane ticket from New York to Alaska to go see my son, who I just watched him in a tournament the weekend before. And he sort of unexpectedly made it to States for Alaska. Really big deal. I think it hasn't happened in 10 years. And he's a freshman playing on the varsity team. And it was awesome. He makes it to the States. I can't go. I travel for work, and I go to as many things as I can. And I just gone to the tournament where they made it into the thing. Mm-hmm. Felt great about it. And he goes, Dad, I messed up the dates for States. You're not going to be able to make it. And he goes, they have like a Netflix thing where you sign up and you can watch all the games online. It's great. It's $10 a month. So he goes, you watch all the games. Cool. So I go, I should have my mom in my place. This would be a great birthday present. I'll get her a hotel and she can see the kids and she can represent me and enjoy it. I post that online. My mom's so excited because this thing got like 150,000 views. She's beside herself. She's checking it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually like doing really well as a video. And
that's cute.
And there's hundreds of comments and they're all nice.
Yeah.
Your mom is so cute. I've never met your mom before. You must be proud of your son. Oh, you got, all this nice stuff. I go on there and it's one comment out of 300 and it says, very sweet, but why aren't you going to be at your son's tournament? And I'm reading it and I'm just like, does it not occur to you that wouldn't you assume he probably wants to go to that tournament?
Yeah.
It's probably difficult for him. He probably goes to as many things as he can. He might have, in that particular case, not that I have to explain myself, we did get the dates wrong. Or I might have been able to go. It was a week after we thought it was going to be, so it was very last minute. I have 2 theaters where I have contracts where it would cost me not only breaking a contract, but hundreds of people that got babysitters and bought tickets to come see me. It was like a lot that went into it.
It was a last minute thing, you said, and it's kind of like you went above and beyond to fly her out there. You know what? You did nothing wrong. You went really extreme in a nice way. I just think...
Can you imagine, though, that's what you think to comment on a nice video?
Because people have no responsibility. Once they say something, there's no repercussion, so they can say whatever they want.
It's anonymous, faceless.
Did you say this, or someone else said this to me, where the human brain wasn't set up?
My therapist said it to me.
To process. You say it then.
Oh, yeah.
Because I loved that, because it's so freaking true.
I can't remember. I think she just said, the human brain wasn't meant to process that much feedback, that many insults,
we weren't
that much.
set up to have a social media relationship the way that we do.
No.
So currently, we're all suffering because of how much negativity people can just throw at us from all different angles. Whereas we grew up, you kind of confront it. If there's like a school situation, your parents help, your other friends help, and it's usually hopefully settled at some point. But this is like a 360. Like anyone can attack you at any time. And not only can you not defend yourself, you do defend yourself, and people usually get mad at you, and then they start fighting with you more because they're like, oh, ha, 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 he responded, he read my mean comment, I'm going to go for even more blood. I like social media for the good stuff we've talked about.
What do you do, though? Do you not respond? Or do you,
if
it's that woman I don't think was trying to be insensitive, I would say, like, sometimes I go, wow, that person's stupid. In that case, I go, I think that person's really dumb. I don't think she's trying to hurt my feelings. You would think she would, like, think, of course he would want to go to his son's thing. I'm going to... Right? Or maybe she's just stupid. And then, or sometimes I think when someone's malicious, they absolutely get the block. I don't need people fighting on my Instagram for some.
Somebody did that with one of our posts.
Formula.
They wrote like, wow, beautiful picture. Tons of people wrote nice stuff.
Yeah.
And then somebody wrote, wow, beautiful picture. Hope you have time for the kids though. Where do they fit in with all of this?
Oh yeah. And you responded with a very nice message.
I did.
I forgot what you wrote, but you said something great.
He's actually a great dad, and our rule is kids first, us second.
Yeah.
But for their privacy, we don't post stuff on social media. We barely talk about children on here.
Yeah.
And that's another thing people have to realize. When you see all these superstars out there, like actresses and stuff, who have children, they have a family, but a lot of them, you've never seen a picture of their kids. Mm-hmm. They're not horrible parents that are neglecting their children. They're working parents that protect their kids from paparazzi.
Yeah, I also feel like
that's respectful.
Yeah, and I almost think that there's like a way to use Facebook and Instagram where it's a way for your whole family to see pictures of your kids, and it's a private profile, and that's just not what I have. Like, I think every once in a while, if I have like a cool, like I went to that, I took my son to see Lil Yachty, and we got pictures with Lil Yachty, and I posted like a video and a picture and whatever. But then again, he's also older.
I just wish people realize that everyone else in general who is a real person and not a bot account, like your comments do hurt, and you don't have to be an asshole.
Can I tell you how to spot?
Like, what's the point?
What is the point? Can I tell you how to spot? I have a very good hack. How to spot a bot.
How to spot a bot.
Or on Twitter. Ready?
Oh, on Twitter. I don't like X.
Either, wherever. If it's on Instagram. Here's how to spot a bot. Ready? If the girl has perfect tits and no friends, this is not real. I'm just saying. If she looked like that, she'd have tons of friends.
Harmony like matches.
That's a bot. Do you want to know how negative people are? What's your favorite videos to watch on the internet? If you cooking?
My favorite videos, travel videos.
Travel? You love travel videos. Mm-hmm. You know my favorite? What videos make you feel the best? Travel?
Yes.
I like when you send me some, like, oh, we should go. I love this.
But like they'll have inspirational posts or like the love of my life, my soulmate, and have like a picture of like stars in the background or a really pretty beach or something.
They get me every time with those.
But those don't usually perform well. When I first did social media, I was told if you want to kill it, you either have to have something extremely controversial or you have to have sex and puppies.
Oh, really?
Like those are the three
One
things.
or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something sexual.
Of course. Dogs are huge. I love a dog video.
Little puppy things.
Love
like any puppy video, something sexual in a video, or something super negative, controversial that everybody would want to fight you for.
My most viewed are absolutely like especially if it's current. If I go like, oh, a joke about something in the news, like, oh, I think it was Hunter's cocaine in the White House. It's
you know what? My videos, the only ones that have hit a few million, the only ones that have done that well on TikTok for me.
Nipples?
What? Did you just say?
No,
Did
puppies.
you say nipples?
Puppies. I'm just guessing.
You said nipples.
I just feel like that would be.
You did not say puppies.
I'll click on it.
Did you say puppies? You said nipples.
No, I did not.
Am I losing my mind?
I think you are. I said you had said that puppies were very cute on videos.
And I said also, or sex.
Who said nipples? You brought it up.
You said nipples.
So
knowing you said
videos,
nipples.
Your best performing videos are?
People who get injured really badly, like a broken bone that you can see, or like just Another one is like pimple, but like real bad stuff shooting out. Like
I think I saw one of those. You trying to make me feel better by showing me your nipples?
No, I did not. There's no nipples.
Yeah, I've seen yours where you reaction
but
videos.
That's the ones that get crazy amounts of views. And then the only other one that I've had that has not had that did really well, that hit like, I don't know, not even that. It was less than that. It was like 1 million. But it was people just disgustingly attacking me that I wasn't really a doctor.
Oh,
it was like a 10-second video of me like saying, hey, these are the most 3 common questions I get asked about being a doctor. I got so many that were like, if you're a doctor, why can't you afford a physical trainer? Lose weight. You're not a doctor. You just slept your way to the top. You're not an actual doctor. You're just a whatever. And it was like, and then I make one that I think is awesome about like teaching people about COVID and signs and how to use like an oximeter, like a thing on your finger. Because when people are freaking out, should we go to the hospital or urgent care? I make a 10-second video. I'm like, this is what it looks like. This is what you do. You're fine. Then you don't have to go to urgent care. I've given you like free cool advice.
Nothing.
No.
I have a question.
Should have shown my nipples.
You should have. First time you go on TikTok and you get all the views, but people are being assholes.
That was my very first.
How are you, Erika? How do you feel about this? Because you are way less sensitive than me. Are you immediately like, I don't give a shit? Or
so that was hard because I had just started TikTok and I didn't know how to do it. So I had uploaded like 2 instructional videos on like doctor procedures because I didn't know what I was going to do on social media.
Yeah.
And I uploaded like 2 videos I had made on a different app, just put it in, and that was it. No views, no one cared. So the first time I did a TikTok trend video, I posted it, and I still didn't even know how to read the comments or how to comment back or how it worked. And I was at work.
Wish you and I had never learned those things.
I do too. So I like did it. I went to work and my phone just starts because I didn't know how to get rid of notifications. I didn't even know how to use that freaking app. And that's the video that hit 1 million. It was the one about me saying, this is what I am as a doctor. And I remember telling my staff the very next day, like, is 500,000 views good in the first 12 hours? And they were like, what?
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how TikTok works. And then all of a sudden it was like, you suck. We hate you. Like, you're not a doctor. Like,
did you respond to any?
No, I didn't know how to. One of them was even like, you can tell this is fake. She doesn't even know how to respond to her own stuff. It took me forever to figure out how to read them. Then I read them and I was like, where do I comment? And when I figured it out, I finally was like, I did write to some people and then I deleted all the mean ones. And then I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to delete the app. It was that bad.
Yeah. You just posted a video?
Mean.
You just posted a video a month ago and people were like, fake stethoscope. No one uses a stethoscope.
Somebody said, oh, yeah.
And I was like, what?
And I'm like, I use that all day, but sure.
It's so crazy. It's
because
crazy.
It's just like anything else on social media. If you put yourself out there, they do assume it's all fake because unfortunately a lot of it is.
Yeah.
Not with us, but I mean in general. But they don't care.
I think people are. I truly believe, maybe I'm just saying, I truly believe anyone that says the whole, oh, Jamie, Erika's too hot for you, or Erika, you're just with him for... People keep media contacts. We're trying to understand what that phrase means. I truly believe.
I'm using you for your media, by the way.
Well, we met before.
I'm using you for your money.
Oh. Glad we cleared that up.
Or sex.
Thank you for coming clean. But
it's the sex.
Is it crazy though
it's
that
the nipples?
That's right.
Not the puppies.
That's the part I get. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's so. People are just so mean, but I feel like it comes from. I heard on I don't know, Lewis Howes, my favorite podcast. It's something like when whatever you say to somebody, you're saying to yourself. Like you're saying, like you're not good enough. Like if you like get down to the core,
you're projecting a lot.
You're not good enough. And I also think there's like, oh no, there's probably like a jealousy or like nobody goes after people that are not.
Well, there's 2 things that you see there. So projection is a real problem. A lot of people have. It's like the guilty person who cheats accuses the other person of being the cheater.
That sounds so familiar. Why does that sound so familiar? Sorry, go ahead.
It's very common. I'm sorry I used that example, but that is a really common thing that we see. And the other one is displacement. You're really angry at your boss. Right.
It's like when a fat guy gets in the tub.
And you take it out on your friend when you're done with work.
Gotcha.
So social media is just this perfect outlet for people who are upset at either problems they have in their own lives or problems they have with other people. Well, there's no repercussion again. They can just be a complete asshole, vent, get it all out.
Yeah.
and then go back to their workplace and think everything's fine. But really, they might have truly caused some damage and hurt someone's feelings, and they don't care.
Did I ever tell you, and I apologize if I did it on this podcast, and please stop me if I did. Did I ever tell you about the woman that messaged me and told me I was like super hot, and she thinks I have like a perfect face and stuff, and she said she would just do this one thing? Did I tell you about that?
No.
She goes, you're like almost perfect, man. You're like such a handsome. I was like, oh, this is wow. What compliments coming my way? You're so funny and you're handsome.
Uh-oh.
And then it says the only thing you need to do is this, and it was a diagram of plastic surgery for your neck. And it had a picture, it had like a sideways picture of a guy, and then it showed like a before and after. And she's like, yeah, I think if you did that, you'd be like super hot.
Well, was this person a plastic surgeon or in that field, and they wanted like your business, or they were genuinely like, hey, this is what I do all the time? Or was it someone just being a complete
It was
jerk?
a lady that wanted to fuck me only with a new neck. If I had done the neck thing. Can you believe that? That's crazy, right? Get your neck fixed? I feel like that's so rude. I did it, but I didn't, but it got in my head. I kept looking at my neck in the mirror. I was like,
Necks and nipples, man.
But can you imagine if you went online and just found the one thing that was wrong with the person that said like, oh, you should go get this. You should go. I just find that to be something's going on at your home.
Well, you know, the other thing that's stupid is you probably never thought about it, I would assume. And now you're like, oh man, what is wrong with my neck?
That's what I think about.
Like, I worked with a lot of plastic surgeons through residency, and they said one of the most difficult, intimidating. Remember I said those people who call themselves doctors and aren't? Yeah. The most dangerous pitfall you could fall into as a plastic surgeon is when a patient would come in and say, what do you think is wrong with me to make me more beautiful?
My God.
And they would get that a lot. I had it happen when I was in there, and I was like, holy crap, how do you deal with that? Because first of all, you're a trained eye. You know what you would fix.
Yeah.
You know how you could make them look
And you can make money. There's also a money aspect.
Absolutely.
Right?
And some people genuinely do ask that because they want the answer.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't. They just want to hear it, and they want to hear like, oh.
Or you look fine.
You're so beautiful.
Yeah.
All I would do is like a little bit of filler. You don't need anything. And then they're kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
So they actually said, like, you do not take those clients. You tell them, you know what? I only really operate on what you would like me to do. So that's my job. But if you are looking for a full consultation, we can find you another place, because they were so scared of lawsuits.
That's very smart. You know what I would
there'd
do?
be litigation like crazy if they jumped across someone's whole face, and then they were like, I didn't actually want this, but you thought I needed it.
I would be, just being honest, I would be going for the money so hardcore that if the lady was like, should I get B cups, C cups, or D's? I would go, why decide? 3 sets of tits. Let's just get them all. Let's do it. Right? Just to make...
I've put breast implants in on someone, and it was so scary because it doesn't matter the size. It matters the type of implant.
Yeah, I've tested a bunch out, but I've never...
Jeez, I just set you up for that one.
You
No, but like the plastic surgeon handed it to me, and I'm scrubbed in, and he goes, do not drop that. That's like whatever, how much money.
Yeah.
And I was like, da. So I'm like holding this
Do you know what size do you think
balloon.
It was like a C?
Probably.
Yeah.
And we made a very small incision, and then you had to stuff all of it in, and I'm scared it's going to like rupture.
Of course.
Or we're pushing really hard, and the other side squeezes back out. And I'm like, if this thing flies across the room, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Isn't it the body amazing? What's the most, we have to go. For next time, someone did have a question about breast implants, and I was curious, what are the newest kinds, and is there have we made any leaps and bounds when it comes to breast implants? And then also,
there's one called a gummy bear.
Oh, you tell me about this. It's a breast implant?
Well,
it's
we'll save it for next time. I could talk about boobs all day, and apparently you could too, I bet.
Give me a little hint about the gummy bear. It's
the material, so if it ruptures, it stays intact and it doesn't disseminate throughout the body because it's not a liquid. It's more of a more solid.
I apologize, and I'm not making a joke. I thought you were going to say it was like flavored.
What?
I didn't know you meant it was like it makes way more sense.
Why would I have flavoring in like a subpectoral space? No one's going to taste that underneath a muscle.
I'll get in there. I'm rough.
And adipose tissue.
Have I been drinking?
Fascia, skin.
Let me ask you this question. You know how negative people are? You know what my favorite videos are? You said yours were feel good, love of your life, soulmate videos and cooking videos. You know what mine are?
What?
My favorite videos of all time, all joking aside. No, this is my favorite video. I love a dad comes home from the military video. Can't get enough.
Sobbed at one of those last
Can't get enough.
No joke.
Little girl's got the recital and then she doesn't know her dad. So I can't get enough of those. Tied with that, maybe edging it out.
Well, I'm going to one-up you.
What do you think I'm going to say? I would say
those are good ones. Two
animals that are not supposed to be friends become friends. Like, oh, this gorilla's best friends with this frog. I'm like, are you fucking, how much footage do we have? You want me to tell you how big of assholes are in the world? There's a video. I could pull it up for you. It's a gorilla that became friends with like a bird, right? And they're best friends. And it has millions of views and they walk around and they pay. This video has 650 dislikes. There's people in the world that are like, I don't approve of this relationship between this gorilla and this cute bird. And I want to know who these people are and fuck those shitty, angry people. What's wrong with Can you imagine being like, I hate that.
So I saw a video yesterday on Instagram, and the caption was, you're dead inside if you don't cry after this one. And I was like, oh no, I better cry. Okay. So I cranked the volume up. It was two guys who found a lion for sale. Have you seen this one?
No.
Oh, it was so sweet. They found a lion for sale at like some circus in this little cage, and they said that they bought it and rehabilitated it.
I saw this video.
Because it was malnourished, and they like gave it all this love, but then it got too big, so they had to like return it to the wild. So it goes back to the wild, and a year later they wanted to visit it.
I saw this video.
And they were like, so I just saw it yesterday. So they're like, okay, so a year later they asked if they could go back to where this lion was living, and they found out that it was like the head of his own pride, and they were like, he's violent, like he's fully assimilated,
and he's gigantic,
he's huge,
now.
Like you can't go there, like he'll kill you. And they're like, we're gonna take our chances. And they walk there, and you just see this lion like turn a corner and look and just start charging towards them, and these two men don't even flinch, and it jumps up and it just like hugs them. And I was like, I have a soul, I'm not dead inside. I was like, sorry.
I watched that video.
It was so sweet.
I watched it over and over.
Oh,
can you imagine if it had just fucking killed him?
Oh, it's such a good video.
You're like, oh, he's dead inside.
But like, why? Those do get tons of views. So why do all the bad videos get more? Why does society want negativity?
I feel like things are changing, though.
We have enough crap in the world.
I feel like there's people falling videos, but there's more and more of these giving away money and the lion coming out.
I like those.
Some of them feel manipulative to me, but some of them are good. Some of them like, oh, this is...
You got to question the reality of it, too, if they're actually doing it.
Well...
But some of them are great.
We got to wrap this up.
Oh.
I love you.
Thank you.
I was in a bad mood before the broadcast. You made me feel better. You always do that. And we will be back on Afraid to Ask next time.
Talking about boobs. We're
going to talk, you know what we should do?
You're not even going to sleep tonight. You're just going to be like, boobs.
I will.
Or maybe you will sleep. You'll just have lots of dreams.
We should do insults episodes coming up. Negative comments. So if you want to get your negative comments and you want to be featured, do that. Also, any questions for Dr. Erika or me, or insults, could do a Q&A, question and insult. It's on SpeakPipe, which you can find link in Afraid to Ask podcast bio, or I am Jamie Lissow bio, Dr. Erika, Instagram, Twitter, fuck TikTok. We'll see you next time.
What?
I'm Afraid to Ask. Coming up on the next episode of Afraid to Ask. What's a Z-Pack?
It's an antibiotic.
Are you really supposed to? You know how they say, some people feel better and they save it for next time? Is it really true that I have to take the whole thing?
You do, because you're clearing out the bacteria, but your symptoms improve substantially after a few days. But usually the bacteria is not completely obliterated. So then you stop the antibiotics and the bacteria just continues to grow and the infection remains.
So you gotta take them. I always heard that, but I didn't know if it was true or not. Remember when we were about to... So, just to reiterate, you took, what did you drink?
Magnesium citrate, an entire bottle.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening yet.
Yeah, it's a G number 2. You know, like G2? Gatorade? It's a shit drink, and clock's ticking. When did you take it? I think it was an hour ago. and it said 30 minutes to 6 hours.
Yeah, like 40 minutes ago, maybe.
Wow, I'm on pins and needles.
When I finished it was about 40.